It is August 14th. I'm here with Mayor Gregg Brown of the City of 96. This is Robert Brown, Special Agent with SLED. Mayor, thank you for hosting me, and I'll just turn it over to you, and you can just start from the top.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you being here. As he says, I'm Mayor Gregg Brown. I've only been elected a year and a half for the town, and as we progressed the transaction, we moved over and stuff. Probably 4 months into my tender, I found an envelope stuck in the desk, taped to the side of a desk that said confidential mayor on it. So for probably 3 more months, I just stuck it in a drawer saying, that wasn't me, it wasn't before me, and so forth and so on. So as we went along, I said, I'm the mayor, so I need to see what it is. So I opened it up, and I'm going to present to you what I found.
Okay.
There was a forensic audit done, and from 2016 to 2018, the forensic audit was completed, and a report was given back to the town on August 21st, 2019.
Okay.
I don't want to say this was hidden. I don't want to say this was overlooked. I don't want to say any of that because I don't know it was before my time. But being the person when I put my hand on the Bible and took the duty to do what's best for the town and show everything that I need to, I talked to our police chief. I talked to Sheriff Kelly. I talked to our town attorney, and I talked to our labor attorney with the state and told them of my findings.
Okay.
And they said that the person in the findings worked for the town.
Okay.
So it would be a conflict of interest if I talked to any of them about the situation. And I was instructed to by Sheriff Kelly of Greenwood County to give you guys a call.
Okay.
And I don't, I know this was from 2019, but in good faith and the findings that I found, and if I want to do the right thing for the people of 96, if you guys get it and y'all look at it and you say, our findings are ABC, I'm good with whatever. But I wanted to get it off of my hands and my mindset to say, I can read and I can look at it and tell what it says. But I'm not judge, I'm not attorney, I'm not a lawyer. But I just want to get it out of my hands.
Okay. A couple questions on background. What's the so sort of give a ratio of this to, do you know the average city budget, like how much does the city the entire city?
Our town budget is like 1.4 million.
Okay.
Now, back then I don't know what it was, but now we're at 1.4 million.
And this is around, this audit looks like, well, tell me what you, after reading it, how do you interpret it? I'll go through it too.
Okay, after I read the audit, this part of it, and I did reach out to the people that did it, because I was like, if you guys want to reach out and talk, are they still in business or is it over? Because all we have from it is this. So I did reach out, and they're still in business today.
What, the Quid Group LLC?
Yes, sir.
They're the ones.
They're in Charleston.
Okay, and they did the audit?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I wanted to make sure they were still in business.
Okay.
Because there's no need for you to or you guys try to call them, and they're not in business. I did talk to this person.
Okay, Debbie, insurance?
Yes.
What? Insurance?
When I was reading this, the way this happened, you can have that.
Okay.
The way this happened, it was that it was explained to me, the findings, that Mary Ann was the town clerk. Her husband was on town council.
Okay.
They take out a percentage. We have to pay a percentage of our insurance.
Yeah.
She was taking the money from, like you and I and these 3 fine people over here.
Yeah. Part
of their money paying his insurance for like 4 years.
Okay.
And they said that they had proof in there of $50,000 that they can back up and show, here it is.
Yeah.
But more than likely their record or the town records didn't go back. And they said from the beginning, what started in 16 until it ended, is well over $100,000.
Okay. So as you know it, the scheme was, it says here that the town provided medical insurance coverage to its full-time employees for many years at no cost to the employee, limited to individual coverage. If the employee chose to enroll with insurance coverage, that to an extended family member like spouse, that cost wasn't paid by the employee. And so you're saying that, based on your reading of this, Mary Ann would collect that insurance, and a percentage of that would go towards paying for her husband's insurance.
Correct.
Were any other, to your knowledge, well, if he was he a city employee at the time?
He was a council member.
Council member.
Yes.
So do any of the council members receive any financial benefits?
Well, they get $100 a month.
They get $100 a month,
Yes.
but they don't get
Insurance and stuff like that.
They're not a full-time
And
employee.
we can get insurance, but we have to pay for it.
Okay.
We
Do
have
you
to
get
pay.
insurance? I mean, you're
I
the
do,
mayor.
but
you're
I
full-time.
have to pay for mine.
But
I have to pay for my spouse's.
Okay.
I get mine for free.
Yeah. But the council members, you're full-time. The council members weren't.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Based on, have you talked to anybody else about it? You say you talked to the sheriff, the chief,
Our attorney,
the
town
city
attorney.
town attorney.
Yes, sir.
Who's the town attorney?
Doug Bell.
I may get his number from you later on.
No, absolutely.
I don't really need it right now. So I'll just read this. It says, in February 2019, the town clerk treasurer,
Katisha Crump
discovered employees having insurance cover that extended to their spouse and family members were not paying for the full amount that employees of the additional premium for spouse and medical coverage in their payroll. In fact, the town was paying more than 50% of the additional premium for the extended coverage of the employee's spouse. When she says employees, they're talking about one specific one, or was it a group?
I think it's the group part.
Okay.
I'm not real sure.
Okay. The town's stated policy was that the employee had to pay 100% of the additional coverage for the spouse and family. Former town clerk treasurer Goodman was more than just aware of the subsidizing by the town. She was one of the largest beneficiaries of the scheme, having the extended coverage for her spouse during the period of 2016 to 18. So Goodman, is that, okay, that's
Mary Ann,
got it, okay.
and her husband is named Nicky.
An analytical review was performed for the period of 2016 to 2019 using available invoices, payroll records retained by the town, historical records maintained in South Carolina, PEBA. The look-back analysis was limited to 2016 as town records were limited, missing, otherwise not available. PEBA was only able to provide records back to 2016. Earlier PEBA records were not retained by PEBA. The analysis showed underpayment of the extended coverage premium by employees offset by unauthorized expenses paid by the town for the period of 2016 until discovery in 2019, totaling around $40,000. An additional $13,000 of expenses were incurred through July 19 when the town adjusted under withholding, bringing the total expenses of the town a little over $50,000. But the combined total is, you think, up closer to 100?
Yeah, it's in there somewhere
Okay.
where they said that it was over $100,000.
What did you do before you were the mayor?
We have a trucking company straight across the street.
Cool.
Yeah.
Local trucking or local deliveries?
Well, we do. We haul sea containers
Yeah.
from the ports
Yeah.
of Charleston and Savannah and
Yeah.
Greer. Yeah. This is some documentations that some of the previous employees had where they said when they was interviewed
Okay.
of
By
things
the-
that by the forensic audit people.
Do you know why? Who was the mayor then?
Mike Rowe,
ROE?
ROW.
Does he still live in 96?
Yes.
Okay. ROW. Did he run against you this last turn, or he just didn't run?
He didn't run.
He didn't run. Okay.
He didn't run. He was the mayor for 8
How long?
years.
8 years. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And I wonder if he's any relation between. And did they interview Mary? Do you know if they interviewed Mary?
I'm not sure.
Is
Our chief
she
of
out-
police has been here for 18 years.
Okay.
He knows all of this.
Okay.
And he says, if you have any questions, we can call him, because I went there and told him what I was doing.
Okay.
And he said he'll be glad to come over here because he's a good resource, because
Yeah.
he and Mary Ann talked a lot,
Yeah.
you know. But this lady
Did
here,
do you think he knew that Mary Ann was doing this?
No.
Or- okay.
no, I think he found out after the
Once
fact.
the fact, yeah.
After the fact, when this came out,
What did they fire Mary Ann, or
they didn't do anything.
what? Does she still work here? or-
She retired.
She retired
When this,
when this.
I don't want to make assumptions.
Yeah.
But this was done in 19, and she retired at the end of 18.
Okay, she retired at 18. Okay.
Yes. Because somebody said they got wind that they was doing
Yeah.
an audit and you
Yeah.
retired. But I don't know what all this means. I don't
Yeah.
know how to read all of it, and I
It
didn't.
looks like the breakdown of what
Well,
the county.
What I've
city
done
paying out.
is, I haven't really talked to a lot of people about it. You know, because I was like, what the heck, man?
Yeah.
But this lady here,
Yeah. Okay.
what happened?
I'll call her today.
The way this got caught to I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
This is just hearsay. This lady called to Katisha and said she has been gone. This one has been gone a year from the town, and she was still at home hacking into the software of town a year after she left, and still was doing this.
Who Mary Ann was?
Yes.
So Mary Ann retired around 2018, but she still had access to the city's computers.
Because nobody was smart enough when somebody leaves to turn them off. And this lady knew that Mary Ann retired,
Yeah.
so she questioned it with Katisha,
Why
why is she still changing the
spreadsheets,
paperwork on the
logging in?
spreadsheets and the login, and
Yeah.
why is she logging in? Why is money still coming out of
Yeah.
XYZ paying Mickey's
Yeah.
thing? I don't know if all that's true.
Yeah.
I'm just going by what I was told. Only truth that I know
Yeah.
that I seen was I found this.
Okay. Who does your city IT?
Larry Thompson. I'm not sure how long he's been doing it.
Right.
If he was here when that happened, and
Does he work with it? Is he a city employee, or does he have a
no,
company?
he's
or
got his own
contract
company, Rampart.
Okay.
I have his number in my phones as well. I'll be
Yeah,
glad
I'll
to give
give
it
that
to you.
Because what I'll ask him is like, he probably doesn't, but do you have logs, or do you have any record, or would you be able to go back and see when she last, logged in? I'm
Right.
sure 2018. That's
I don't know
you
if,
know,
if, it
pre
was,
Windows,
if they was here
Windows
or
10.
what.
I
You
mean,
know,
yeah, right.
I'm not sure. But I know he's a good guy and he would
Okay.
help. But
It
Chief
is very
Porter,
odd. I mean,
I'm just going to be honest. Chief Porter will be a good avenue for you to talk to
Okay.
today as well.
Okay.
So when we get to that point, I'll call him
Yeah.
to come over. Because I don't want to. I'm the type person. I did not even want to call y'all about this. Because that's somebody's livelihood.
I know.
But when I put my hand, stood right here, and my wife's
Yeah.
holding the Bible, and I put my hand on it, I need to do the right thing.
Yes.
I think this is part of the right thing to be having this
is.
conversation with you,
So
regardless.
you were the mayor for about a year and a half, and during the transition, obviously it was a busy time. You didn't discover it necessarily immediately, but once
It was
you
like
did
4
discover
months
it,
into my
and it's
tender.
been- okay.
And it's been,
Waiting
it's
on
been
you.
a year.
Yeah.
I've known about it for a year.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've had brief conversations, and I was like,
Does anybody else? I'm sure people were interviewed, during the audit. Has anybody else brought it up, or?
well, and this is going to be something else. I don't know what y'all can do, but I'm going to show you an email that I got.
Okay.
We have an internal leak somewhere
Okay.
because I didn't talk to anybody.
Okay.
I talked to your captain.
Yeah.
And I talked to you about wanting to do this. I didn't
Yeah.
tell him.
Okay.
I didn't tell anybody else. I talked to you
Yeah.
in the conference room up there and shut the door, and it's 2 employees up there, 2 females.
Yeah.
Well, we got one or two things. Either they come back there when I was in the conference room and shut the door, or stand at the door when you, and I talk
Yeah.
loud because I worked in the mill.
Yeah.
So I talk extremely loud.
Yeah.
So that's why I went back there.
Yeah.
Either they were standing at the door listening,
Yeah.
or town hall's bugged. Because when we left there,
Yeah.
I get an email from the woman from the Index Journal says, "What are you talking about?" And if you'd like for me to step outside and get that now while we own it, or we can just wait to the end for you to look at it.
Yeah, I definitely want to look at it.
Okay.
And then what are the two ladies' names that?
Amanda Seymour and Patient Curtis. I'm not accusing anybody or nothing.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird that I only spoke with you.
Yeah.
I didn't speak to my wife. I didn't speak to the town attorney. Index Journal is the local newspaper.
Here?
Greenwood.
Okay.
But it services this is here as well.
What did she say in the article? Or in the,
She put in there, it says, and she's asking other questions about the budget that's coming up for this year, which,
Yeah.
okay, and other stuff. But then she put specifically in there, she goes, can you tell me about this audit where you called SLED today and talked to them about coming in and doing the audit from 2019?
So it's got to be.
It's no way.
Yeah, it's got to be one of these two ladies.
No way.
The only problem with them doing that is, like Mary Ann will destroy records.
Well, they're good.
I mean?
They're good buddies
Are
with
they?
this one, and
Amanda?
Mary Ann's.
Okay.
Because Mary Ann comes to their house. So
Okay.
I'm not accusing anybody of anything.
Well,
but
I won't do it right away, but I'll definitely interview both of them.
I'm not done.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid.
Were they at work? When was this?
They was there. It was Wednesday.
Wednesday?
When we talked.
Well, yesterday's Wednesday.
I mean Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay.
Tuesday. And the article, the Index Journal called me and she said,
When did they email you?
It was yesterday morning. Let me step right here and get it.
Okay.
It'll take me 1 second.
Yeah.
Take me 1 second.
Okay.
Because I just want you to have everything that I did.
Yeah.
I don't want to shortcut nothing or leave nothing out.
Yeah. What's today's? August 14th.
All right, let's see here. This is the email that I received yesterday.
Card, by the way.
Okay. I received this yesterday, and I'll just let you read it.
Hello again. I wanted to check in on another topic as well. The South Carolina Law Enforcement Division SLED was requested Tuesday ordered by the mayor of 96 against misconduct elected officials and town funds. SLED is reviewing the request. Being that this is the date, it was yesterday, I wanted to Renee Ortiz. Could you forward that to me?
No, absolutely.
I'll give you my email.
But-
It's on the card, but I'll just.
Yeah. My thing is, ain't nobody that smart.
Yeah, it had to be.
Because I didn't tell anybody that you and I had a conversation.
it had
Not
to be.
even the chief of police. I told him this morning.
Yeah.
When you pulled up
Yeah.
over there, I said, "This is what I'm doing," and he said, "That's great."
J.R. Brown. I'll just tell you, it's J.R. Brown. At just no periods, just J.R. Brown
Okay.
at sled.sc.gov. At sled.sc.gov.
SLED.sc.gov, just like ours.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
definitely interested in her logging in as well. And is, to your knowledge, she was no longer an employee. Even though you didn't see it firsthand, but based on conversations with the auditor.
Well, that's why I want
Yeah.
Chief Porter to
I'll
be
call
here
her.
because he
Okay.
can back this up.
Okay.
And you can call her. So when you get to that
Sure it
point,
comes through once.
you let me know,
Let
and
me
we'll have
peruse
him
through it
come
before
by.
we call
We'll
him
come,
in real quick
come
and-
by.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let me just take it again.
It's somewhere in there. Here it is, right here.
Yeah. The systematic under withholding occurred as early as 2011 if adequate records were available. Expenses found likely over 100,000. Yep.
But see, the adequate records, she would be the one that's over them.
Yeah. She would.
Yes, Mary Ann would be the one that was over the records. And the lady on the first page, Jennifer Donlin.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to step
That's no
over,
go.
but this Jennifer
Yeah.
Donlin did it because she was a tourism director, and she said that funds was coming out of her account to pay for like we have a street and sanitation department.
Yeah.
We have 4 people in street and sanitation. I'm sure
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
aware
yeah,
of what
yeah.
they do, cut grass, pick
Yeah.
up trash or whatever. They have 5 vehicles over there.
Yeah.
Well, all of a sudden we rent this big U-Haul.
Yeah.
The town did, rented a big U-Haul. Question it, why are we renting a U-Haul off of the tourism thing?
Yeah.
And it says because all the town vehicles are tore up, so we rented a U-Haul. Well, they have pictures of the U-Haul at her son's house moving his from one house to another.
So in addition to the money that you mentioned, I want to make sure that
Yeah,
we got the right email.
make sure I send it right.
So in addition to siphoning the money, she used the town credit card looks like in the amount of $800 or $900 to rent a U-Haul.
Yes, that's it. And it was, I don't have pictures. It's just hearsay after fact.
Right.
People's telling me about this.
Yeah.
And says,
Let's see what email you
this
got
is where I sent it.
J.R. Brown at SLED.sc.gov.
SC.gov. And we
Yeah,
got to put the .gov in there.
Yeah, sorry.
You all right?
Do you know, if you don't have to come up with it now, but anybody that might have had pictures or witnessed the U-Haul at her house?
I'm sure we can
we'll
talk to
eventually-
Jennifer Donlin about that. She'll
Yeah,
be
okay.
another
Jennifer
avenue
yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
She's the one with this.
Yep.
She will be Jennifer Donlin. I have to get back into here. You know, and I hope this is not wasting y'all's time,
No.
but
It's not. It's like, I mean, we're talking about almost 10% of your budget. You know, if it's 1.4, it's probably a little less.
well, it was
back
probably
then.
less back then.
Let's
Yes,
just say
it was less.
it was 900 to a million,
Yep.
then, you know, $100,000 is 10% of the city's budget that citizens are paying for. Let's see if they interviewed anybody, but it doesn't, probably, since she wasn't working here, declined. Does Mike Rowe still live in the city?
He does.
Does Katisha Crump still work?
She does not still work here. She moved on.
Okay. It's J.R. Brown at SLED.
JR. Oh, I see what I did. I put it. Dummy.
That's okay. Here you go. J.R. Brown.
I put JR at Brown.
Yeah, yeah. I wish they made the keyboards bigger. I'm terrible.
This thing is horrible.
So just based on your knowledge, the concerns are, you know, potentially, if you look at the totality, like it says in this Quick Group LLC audit, potentially $100,000 loss of taxpayer funding. In addition to that, the misuse of this of the credit card for U-Haul for their personal residence, and unauthorized access of the city's computer system.
Yes.
Who? I got it. Thank you. Who would be somebody that can tell me like the date of when she actually retired? Do y'all have like a human
Chief
resources?
Porter can.
Okay.
Yep.
You can come on, bring them on over if
Okay.
if he's free.
All right. This is Jennifer Donlin's number.
Okay. Let me just take a screenshot.
If you want to screenshot it.
Yes.
And I'll give it to you on record so you'll
No.
have it. It's 864-941-1439.
Okay. Thank you.
And
Have you talked to this Debbie?
I have
Yourself?
not.
Okay.
I called her and asked her was she still part of the group that
Yeah.
handled our town? And she
Yeah.
said, yes, I am.
Okay.
And she said, can I help you with anything? And I told her who I was, and I said, no, ma'am. I said, I just wanted to, I said, I got some things that I'm working on. I want to see if you were still here.
Yeah.
It's her and another gentleman. I forgot his
Okay.
name. But, and like I said, I've only got bits and pieces.
Yeah.
But it's just concerning to me
Yeah.
that you and
Hey,
I had the
yeah.
conversation, then
Yeah,
that
yeah,
she had
that's
it.
real concerning. Like somebody.
Chief Porter, could you come over to the visitor center, please, and don't let anybody know where you're going or what you're coming for? Okay, thank you so much. He's at the high school on patrol, but he said he'll come by. But he's the type person. He is our police chief.
Mhm.
He don't sugarcoat nothing.
Good.
He don't play favoritism. And I told him, I went to him and I said, I went to him and I said,
Yeah.
look, I can't do this shit
Right.
no more.
Right.
And he goes, what? I said, I found this 4 months ago. I hadn't
Yeah.
said anything to nobody.
Yeah. What is Mary? What is Hold on. What's Mary Ann Goodman's husband name?
Mickey, like
Mickey.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Goodwin,
Yes, sir.
and he was a town councilman.
Yes, sir.
How do you think the scheme worked? Like, was she slightly overcharging or taking just a little bit of
She
everybody's?
was taking a little bit of everybody's, so it
Everybody.
wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, to me,
Yeah.
if I'm working,
Harder.
and say for instance, I'm just making it easy for me.
Yeah.
I make $200 a week,
Yeah.
and you take $15 of it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna miss that.
Yeah.
You know, but if I'm making $200 and
Yeah.
you taking 150 and I'm getting
Yeah.
50, it's gonna throw a red flag.
Yeah, yes.
Because and I don't mean this in a disrespectful
Yeah.
way, but the people we hire for street and sanitation
Yeah.
is not the most educated people
Yeah.
in the world.
They may not know that
And
a
they
couple
didn't
dollars
even,
to
they
check
didn't
is
even
being missing.
check, you know, they get their check, they work 40,
Yeah.
50 hours a week, they've been on the back of a trash truck,
Yeah.
they've been cutting grass, they
How
get their
many
check every
employees
2
does the
weeks.
city have?
We have 22.
22. Today you do, but back
Yes,
then.
back
they
then,
didn't.
I'm not-
You don't know? Okay.
I'm not sure,
Okay.
but who else number did you say you needed? Doug Bell, the attorney?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you his cell phone number.
Okay.
I'll let you screenshot it.
Okay.
And and I would do this. I call him Porter, but that's our chief.
Okay, good. Thank you.
And I just put the town phone.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
And if you need to, let's see, if anybody else
What's
is.
Porter's first name?
Chris.
Chris Porter.
Well, it's Christopher, but we call him,
Yeah.
everybody calls him Porter,
Okay.
but it's Chief Porter. You need anybody else's?
I don't think so. When I get ready to interview these ladies, I will. I'll call you and get you. We'll probably do that. You know. So
I
you
mean,
called
this is her
Chief
number.
Keel. Which one is that?
That's Amanda's.
So you called. I'm sorry, Chief. I said Chief Keel. But you called Captain. Had you talked to anybody or anybody overheard you before that? Because
No.
Okay.
Because when I I decided to, I'm going to be honest, I prayed about this for a long time. Because I'm like, I get it. This is somebody's life. I get it. But again, when I took oath, I have to do the right thing. And I'm held to a higher standard. And I didn't even talk to my wife about it. She has no clue. Because
So in
we talk
essence,
about business, I don't talk about anything
was
else.
she siphoning insurance payments made by other employees for their spouses, or just city money in general, or do you know?
I do
doesn't
not
matter.
know.
It doesn't matter.
I don't
Still
know.
Theft, but
Yeah, I'm not sure. He may can answer that question when he gets here, because like I said, we're a small town and people are, you work with people, you do this, but he probably could answer some questions that I could not answer. Because I'm not going to make up something just to make it sound good. I'm just going to make up what I know and how I did what I did.
There's the Shenzhen Chaidu charge and then hefting Ningbo, China. What in the world is that? She says I called customer service because card was stopped due to suspected
Hello?
function.
Pull on the door. I'm coming. He said, I'm here. I don't have a key now. Mr. Brown, this is our Chief Christopher Porter.
Robert Brown, nice to meet you. I got my recorder going just to help me
Yes, sir.
take notes, just an FYI.
If you would sit right here, or you can sit beside of him.
Anywhere's fine. I just getting some historical. But it's interesting that these charges are from China on the card. So just to catch you up, the mayor said during the transition, he discovered this, and he's bringing forth an audit that occurred by a company called Quick Group LLC back in 2019, and they have a report here that, just to summarize, it looks like an employee, Marianne Godwin, was siphoning money to pay her spouse's insurance, and Mickey Goodwin, and he was a town councilman, I believe at the time, off and on, but
He still is.
He still is on council.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, this is his name tag, right?
Is it? Oh, yeah, you're right. So he is still active. Okay. Do you know? So one of the allegations too is that after Marianne retired, she was still, according to this company, logging in and changing spreadsheets and moving things around. And what we're trying to figure out is like, when do we know? When would be like her last day as an employee of the city of 96, or who might know that? I mean, eventually I'll ask her if she talks to me, but
I want to say it was the end of December of 2018.
okay. The reason why that's important is because, obviously there's an allegation, significant allegation of breach of trust, potentially up to $100,000, and then unauthorized computer access, if it's in support of this, is certainly another crime if she's no longer an employee and she's still logging in and still has access to her system. And then maybe even potentially this unauthorized rental of a U-Haul that occurred in 2016, and it looks like it's around $1,000. When did the mayor talk to you about this?
Mayor Rowe talked to me about that back when he was having the audit done.
Okay, but I mean, Gregg here.
Whenever he was going through his office one day, he came to me and said, "Did you know about this?" I said, "Yes." I said that the Mayor Rowe had told me about it, but
Yeah.
he never included us in any.
Yeah.
He never included the police department in with anything, because I always preach to them, and he'll tell you this: whenever they come in to notify us when something happens,
Yeah.
but as far as an investigation goes, it needs to be an outside agency.
Yeah.
So there's no favoritism shown
Yeah.
or anything like that. So we were kind of
Yeah.
out of the loop, but I did hear John and Debbie, the people that
This
We're
is
doing our
John
insurance.
was his name.
Yeah.
they came. Well, let me back up a minute. I think what really discovered it was Letitia Lukey
Yeah.
was the town clerk, and she started seeing numbers were wrong, and she started kind of digging, and then I think around the same time, then the insurance people called her and said, "Hey,
Yeah.
she's going in here and changing numbers and everything." We had to lock her out of the system because she was still going in after
Yeah.
her employment and
Yeah.
doing this. And I said, "Hey, time out. This is
Yeah.
where you need to go these other routes.
Yeah.
You need to let the mayor know. Y'all
Yeah.
y'all need to get together with him and
Yeah.
have this done." And then that's when all this happened.
Yeah. Does Debbie work for Quick Group, or is she part of the insurance?
She's part of the insurance
Okay.
She's part of the insurance. That's a separate, the insurance group. They do our supplemental insurance, kind
Yeah.
of like Geico and stuff.
Yeah.
I've got a cancer policy with them, and
Yeah.
you know,
So-
they do it kind of like what Aflac.
Yeah.
It's like an Aflac, but it's through Allstate
Yeah.
instead of Aflac.
So Debbie is saying that was she logging into the city's accounts and changing spreadsheets, or potentially like a master account for the insurance? Or you
It
don't
would have
know?
been. I'm assuming,
Yeah.
just from what I heard, like I said, I'm assuming from the conversation that I heard, it was logging into the town's master account for
Yeah.
that insurance.
Yeah.
Because at the time, around that time, well, a little before that, we had left Blue Cross and Blue Shield with the state and went with this company for everything, the health, everything. Because, and I found this out, I don't know how true this is, I don't know, but this is the word that I heard,
Yeah.
was that the reason why was because when Marion was working there, her niece was the clerk of court.
Yeah.
Her husband was sitting on council, and her son was supervisor of street sanitation.
Okay.
So you had 4 family members right there
Yeah.
working in the town government.
Yeah.
And people complain that that's my wife's seat right there.
Yeah.
But she got authorization from the
Yeah.
Ethics Commission to run it.
Yeah.
So, but I was told that they wanted Blue Cross and Blue Shield wouldn't pay for that. It's the surgery where you can lose weight,
You guess your bypass.
like a lap band.
Yes.
Or something,
Yeah.
I think what they call it.
Yeah.
But this company supposedly would.
Do you know what company that is? What company they'll use now? Or?
We're back with Blue Cross and Blue Shield.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yes, because once we had to stay, they
Yeah.
penalize you if you leave, and you got
Yeah,
to stay
yeah.
on for like 5 years.
Yeah.
So just a couple of years ago, we were able to
Get back in.
get them to forgive a little bit of that time and let us
Yeah.
get back in when
Good.
it was open enrollment. So now we're back on.
Blue Cross
We've
Blue
been
Shield.
back on there for a couple of years now.
Yeah. Good.
And that was
Is there anything related to this that we haven't talked about that either one of you want to go over, or
I don't know.
or do you have
that
any
much more
questions
about
for
it.
me?
I don't know that
Yeah.
much more about it.
Okay.
I just,
Yeah.
like
So-
I said, I was privy to just a little bit of stuff.
Yeah.
I knew that they were having this guy come in and do an audit.
Yeah.
And he asked me a couple times about.
Do y'all have any contact information for? I mean, I can look them up, but do y'all think?
I don't.
I figured it would have been in that. It's not in
I can look
never
them up.
saw it. But I know they're in Charleston.
Yeah.
Me too.
They are in Charleston.
I wonder if it's Chris Quick.
I don't know. The guy was very nice. He was very
It
thorough.
may be, because they do financial audit. Quick Group, LLC. I'm looking it up on my phone.
But I had told them back then, you need to, if they find something,
Yeah,
you
they're
need to
still,
do something with it. And I guess they've been kicking the can down the road. And then when
Yeah, I know.
And
I
Mayor
know.
Brown came
Actually,
to
I
me.
know. This Chris Quick is a retired FBI agent. As a matter of fact,
Yes.
yes, I think that's him.
That's him.
He worked for Treasury too.
yes.
Yes.
Before
that's
that,
him. But
yeah,
everybody was kicking the can down the road, which while they were busy investigating me
yeah,
for stuff. I've been investigated for embezzlement, for rigging an election, doing all. I was like,
yeah.
But when I found this, like I said, it was 3 or 4 months into my tender.
Okay.
And I didn't say anything to anybody for a while. Then finally I was like, I'm going to tell him.
Yeah.
And he goes, his thing to me was, you need to call
Yeah.
someone because he's not going to get in it because
Yeah.
it's
That's
us.
smart.
And he says, do something about it. So I waited a little bit longer and I was
Yeah.
like,
what I told him.
I was torn because everybody knows it. Then
Yeah.
finally he came to me.
My cell phone number's on there.
He come
So-
to me and he told me, and I said, and I mentioned it one day. I said, this audit thing is
Yeah.
eating me up. And he goes, when you stood right here
Yeah.
with my hand on the Bible, and my wife was here, and
Yeah.
he was here, and his wife, and everybody was here, said, you took an oath.
Yeah.
He said, you need to do the right thing.
Yeah.
He said, but I can't
Is there-
help you do the right thing.
Is there anybody? So as far as Marianne Goodman's extended family, her husband's still a city town councilman.
Yes.
Any other relatives still working for the city?
No, sir.
No.
Just him. Okay.
Yep.
And then is he
And I
aware?
will
of
be
the-
honest with you, and I would have just about bet my life on it. He didn't have a clue what was going
He ain't
on.
got a clue. And if you went to him
Yeah.
right now and talked to him, he still wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah,
That's who I feel sorry for.
yeah.
Because
You ever seen
Well, a lot of
legend
times,
where people are the polar opposite?
yeah.
This is
It's, a lot of it's like, it's been my experience that nobody that's in state, local, federal government, generally, nobody wakes up and says, today I'm going to start committing major fraud. It's a gradual compromise here and there. Years go by, and then they're way off the mark, and then they've justified it so long that it continues on. But another question: does he know about the index email?
nobody knows about it. Well, he knows,
Okay,
and our attorney knows.
okay.
one of they requested the information.
Yeah, I told.
What I would do, I'm just thinking out loud because I would like some time to get going on it, because if she runs an article,
She's going to run a story on it,
Yeah.
and it'll be the next day.
yeah.
I mean, that's just the way she does.
Do you know if it's already out? I haven't.
It's
looked.
not out yet.
Because I'd like a little bit of time. If she just says generally, if it's like a future tense audit, like a current audit is going on, it's weird. Is Amanda? Are they at work today?
Yes.
That's a good thing we didn't meet up.
Well, that's why I said, you know, I'm not
Yeah.
accusing anybody of anything.
Yeah, it's not
Either
his
one
law,
or two things.
you know, I
They're
mean-
talking, or
Yeah.
the town hall is bugged.
Yeah,
That's why I said, let's just go over here.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell nobody. I didn't tell
I want
him
to
he was
talk to him
coming.
only because, obviously we can't prevent them from doing that, but it, when they do that, like people, destroy records, or they get their story straight, or they, start getting together. You know what I mean? But it's not uncommon that happens. I've had a couple of cases where that happens. So how we work, we will. I'll go back and brief the captain, Jeff Kinley, and we'll take all this information and more than likely open an investigation. I try to get my work done within 30 to 45 days, sometimes a little longer. That report will then ultimately go to Stumbo, and then he'll make a determination as to how to proceed. And it could be anything from nothing to some type of civil fine to restitution to criminal charges.
I would just my recommendation. I would probably have somebody conflict it out,
Okay.
because he does a lot over here with us.
Yeah.
He knows Councilman Goodman, and he knows.
Yeah.
He just does a lot with it.
Yeah.
I would
He works
probably-
hand in hand with us,
Okay.
and he knows him and her very well.
Okay.
so I
I'll
would
talk to
probably-
him about that.
Yeah. Now, if he feels he can make,
Yeah.
I know I have all the confidence in the world that Stumbo will make the right decision.
Yeah.
But I would feel bad putting him in that position to do
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
To do it
That's
for
just
us.
Okay.
Because he worked with her
Okay.
also.
Okay. Okay. I'll talk to him about that.
But that's where he gave you the scenario where the U-Haul truck come in.
Yeah.
That was her son that was the supervisor over there.
Okay.
And he basically, if you read our town policy, he or her niece is not supposed to be working here because she was their direct supervisor.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how the. That's
Is he
how
allowed to? Are they allowed to like rent a U-Haul and use it for personal business?
No.
Okay.
No.
I mean, because
But I told him, am I right, that she rented a U-Haul. It was used for him to move. Somebody's got
Yeah,
pictures
I didn't know
of
anything
it.
about that till it was.
Then
that was way over and done before
Yeah.
I knew anything.
Then
about
it was they got it to use for street and sanitation or to do their job in. Well, there's 2 seats in there and there's 4 people over there.
yeah, yeah. Anything we haven't gone over that y'all want to talk about?
Now this is hearsay. What I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
I know this recorded, but I know this is hearsay. But it was also said that before Mike Rowe took over after the election when Arvis Turner lost, well, he didn't really run, but when Mike Rowe got elected, it was also said that her and him was at street sanitation burning boxes of files.
Okay. Who? Mike Rowe and
Mary Ann and her
The
son.
previous Mary Ann
Okay.
and her son was burning files.
burning files before the Mike Rowe took over.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So she had worked here before micro? When did?
Well, she started out on council here.
Okay.
So she's been, I was here, I came here in 2008. I think she got elected sometime around then.
Okay.
And then,
When did she become an employee? Do you know?
what's that around? I'm thinking, and don't quote me on this, around 2010,
Okay.
2011, somewhere in there, I'm thinking. That may not be exact, like I said, I don't.
When we say she retired, did she have enough time to retire? And do y'all have a state pension, city pension, or is she just?
Well, she retired so she could run for mayor.
Okay.
But then she lost. And then that's when I got investigated for rigging the election.
Okay.
Because she and I never really jihad because
Yeah.
there was a case involving her grandson and the former chief, the one right before me. I told him, you don't need to investigate this because she works for the town.
Yeah. Yeah.
Her niece is here, her son, her husband's on city council.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, we're going to look into it. And I said,
Yeah.
you don't need to do that. Well, in the meantime, he got terminated. And, I was like, I'm not going to have
Yeah.
So they sent all the stuff to SLED.
Yeah.
Y'all sent it back and said, hey, we confirmed this rape kit. This is
Yeah.
what DNA this is. And then I went to the mayor then and said, hey, not this one. But
Yeah.
I said, listen, I just got this back. I have to do something with it.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn it over to the county because this is where it should have been started.
Yeah.
Well, then when they went and arrested him, my wife is a disabled veteran. We left the VA in Augusta. My phone rang. I didn't even know they went to get him. It was her. She cussed me from the time I got on 20 in Augusta
Wow.
till my signal dropped out on this side of Edgefield and said it was the last thing she ever did. It would be to ruin me and my career.
Wow.
And I've been investigated for everything from getting the wrong kind of haircut to rigging
Yeah.
an election to stealing money and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got an extensive record on me. But every time it's come up, nothing. I mean, I
Yeah.
just like,
When's
But the
it
whole
gonna
time-
end? Yeah.
I told him, I said, usually, that's the way a narcissist works. Hey, look over here.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's usually,
Yeah.
and me, I don't bother anybody. I do what I have to do.
Yeah.
And I just keep it moving. But, like I said, that file burning thing is,
Yeah.
I didn't witness it. It's complete hearsay to me, but somebody else, if you ask the right question to the right people, maybe they know.
Well, it's just like,
Maybe they saw.
it's like these people put in a thing. They can't go back with the records.
Right.
They can't find them at town hall or wherever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can go up town hall right now and it's stuff in there from 2000.
Yeah.
It's stuff in there from 99
Oh, there's stuff in there from
but
the 70s.
and the 70s.
Do you know if they?
But
Do you know if they
it's
took
gone
any
now.
records, or there's any records that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't. I would call that gentleman you just spoke of and say,
Yeah, and I'll
look,
talk
what,
to the mayor, Mike Rowe, about it too.
what
And
did you find?
does
Or
Mike?
what
You
did
said
have?
Mike does live in the city. Do you have Mike Rowe's number? Or?
You got it. Let's see.
Yeah.
I may have his number. I think I got it in this one. Oh,
Yeah. Thank you. Well, I'll definitely do my best to get to the bottom of it. And, sometimes when I interview people, if you're like me, I'm driving home like, oh man, I wish I would have mentioned this or that. You got my cell phone number.
Yes,
Feel
sir.
free to call me. And I will definitely keep you all updated, both of you updated on how things are progressing. And what happens after. I'll let you know, hey, yes, we are going to definitely open or not. I predict that we will based on the circumstances that, he's still.
do you know what our budget was back in 2019?
Yeah,
I told
right.
him now it's like 1.4, 1.6, but
I've probably got it up. I keep everything.
Hey, you
So I've
get
probably
it.
got a copy of it up
Yeah.
there in one of my file boxes. I'll just have to
if
go
you
back
can
and-
go back and
The
look.
reason why that's
for-
Well,
important.
I won't have the whole. I'll only have mine.
Right.
I won't have the whole.
City. But, I mean, as of right now,
But I
if
usually
it's.
try to. This is my lane.
Yeah, the reason I was asking is because, 100,000 is about 10% of the current budget. And it was probably 10% of the budget back then. It was probably less of a budget.
Oh yeah, it was less
in
of a
2019 than it is now.
Because we got a lot more. I've got 5 more officers now than I had
Yeah.
back then. So
Yeah, it's probably more than 10% of the city's budget.
yeah,
And
because
because
mine takes up what, almost 50%.
It takes up like 49.8.3
right, people and
or
equipment
something
are
like that.
expensive, and
Yes.
and
You know,
But you know, it kind of speaks to if this occurred, which it looks like it did from this audit. You know, what you know impact to the city is it? And I say if it's 10, 20% of the city's budget, that's a lot of things the city or these employees could have been doing, you know, with that money, were it not for the scheme that was occurring.
Well, I do know for a fact one time I was working on my budget and she told me to my face.
Yeah.
I said, this is not working out. I need this. And she's like, just put a number in there. That's all you got to do, and we'll make it work. I was
Yeah.
like, that's not how this works.
Right.
She's like, it'll work. I said, no, it can't.
Yeah.
That's not how this goes.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I'm gonna turn the recorder off, and again, I
you're fine.
appreciate those time and.
Thank you.